like a reptile, but it walked upright.
Unless you Salorians tell us what you want, the humans will destroy you!
The species is dangerous and hostile. We should kill them all.
This is our planet.
The humans will never make peace with you.
What idiot ordered an all-out attack? You have just made them angry. Very, very angry.
We shall destroy man and reclaim the planet.
If they intend to fire those missiles, they have the means, I assure you.
The warriors have survived.
We shall be the victors in the war against mankind.
Welcome YouTubers and Doctor Who fanatics to the final DVD we will be reviewing in DVD week 1, but do not worry, that is not the end for the DVDs entirely. Yes, we'll be reviewing the Beneath the Surface box set, and mainly it's because of the Salorians. It's been such a close Pertwee story to me. It was my first Pertwee story I ever watched. Quite a long time ago it was. I barely remember it, but still, it's a very close story to my heart. But it wouldn't really make sense if I just reviewed it on its own as a standalone, so I decided to just review the whole box set, really. So yes, I'm going to do my normal procedures when I go for the cover art, look at all the stories, what's inside, their special features, their blurbs, and then their overall thoughts and opinions on the stories. So here we have Beneath the Surface box set. We have John Pertwee looking absolutely awesome, the flamboyant Doctor he is. We have a Salorian from the Salorians, we have a Sea Devil from the Sea Devils, and we have one of the dinosaurs from the Salorians, Doctor Who and the Salorians. Beneath the Surface box set, they're the stories that are featured. 4-disc set, and all 3 classic battles with the Salorians and the Sea Devils. There are all their sides. Come down to the underbelly, is a PG, and running time approximately for all of them is 425 minutes. And there's the side, and there's the back as well, which features Peter Davison, but Peter Davison is a very boring one-dimensional Doctor. We're just going to keep him to the brilliant John Pertwee. Sorry Peter Davison fans, he's not really a Doctor of mine, really. So we're taking a look at the first story in the set, and mainly the part of the video, Doctor Who and the Salorians. Here we have Doctor Who and the Salorians for the cover art. We have planet Earth in the background. We have the Silurian caves with a Silurian, one of the dinosaurs featured in the story, and John Pertwee, again wearing the miner outfit, looking brilliant. It's a PG, and there's a nice green thing as well. Quite standard side, really, nothing special. And this story is written by Malcolm Hulke, and as you know, a brilliant writer. And for the blurb, exiled to Earth and now only working for UNIT as their scientific advisor, the Doctor is summoned to an underground research centre at Wenley Moor to investigate a series of inexplicable power losses initially suspected sabotage. He soon discovers that a nearby cave system conceals a colony of an ancient reptilian race called the Salorians. Awakened from their hibernation, which has lasted millions of years, they are now intent of reclaiming Earth for mankind. So we have special features with the commentary with the characters, what nice belief, the cast who explore the story of Doctor Who and the Salorians, go underground, the story producer, director and designers discuss problems of creating caves in a TV studio, which was an extremely hard task. Now and then, compare the story to 1970 as how they appear today. Musical scales, colour Silurian overlay, because it's a colorized story. Isolated music, photography coming soon, trailer, and digital mastered picture and sound quality. And I forgot production subtitles. This story was directed by Tiffany Combe, and it is PG. And for some reason, my Salorian thing is broken because it just keeps falling out like that. The bottom one's just broken, if you can see, so it always falls out. Always when I open it. But anyway, Doctor Who and the Salorians, Disc 1 and Disc 2. Both the stories are split in groups. They are parts 1, 2, 3 and 4 on Disc 1, parts 5, 6, 7 are on the other disc. Some people find that annoying, some people don't. But anyway, I don't find it annoying. Commentary with the characters, special features we've just gone over, and it is a whopping 7-parter. to my overall thoughts and opinions on Doctor Who and the Salorians. Doctor Who and the Salorians is a very unappreciated story, I find. Some people do overlook this one by Spearhead from Space or Inferno rather than Doctor Who and the Salorians and Ambassadors of Death, because they somehow do get overlooked by fans. They either say they're too long, too boring, or too slow. Well, boring and slow are probably the same thing, to be honest. But yeah, it's somehow I disagree with it, to be honest, with Silurians. And probably with Ambassadors as well, to be honest. But I can see some slopes going down with it. But Salorians, I don't. I actually do not see some problems with it anyway. Anyway, Doctor Who and the Salorians, yeah, the blurb pretty much said that at the start of the story anyway, but the Doctor, yeah, he's been exiled on Earth. He's obviously has to work with you to get the supplies, the materials and the shelter and the resources to create his TARDIS back so he can break out of exile, but he's forced to work with UNIT as their scientific advisor to break free of the exile pretty much. And then they go to the Brigadier insists the Doctor go down to the underground facility where a strange number of power losses have been happening within the caves, and they find out what's actually happening, and it's something to do with the Salorians, and I won't say what the Salorians are doing, but it's for you to find out pretty much. So yeah, that's for like a little basic thing which happens right at the start, really, for you to find out without spoiling anything, because I think this is a truly magnificent story. Anyway, the positives of the story, all characters, all acting is on top performance, all Season 7 acting is top notch, and they too, Malcolm Holt put some very interesting and engaging characters. Malcolm Holt's always a writer which I can trust, because he's just so fantastic. You've read the War Games, absolutely brilliant. You've written the Faceless Ones, I think. Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's also a very good story with very good character development and characterization. So I do trust this writer on character development and characterization, because he is a good writer for it, and also making a very intriguing plot as well. It's just with the continental drift that the Salorians were the rulers of Earth, but now, since of the meteorite crash of it extinct all the dinosaurs, they needed to go in hibernation to basically survive the onslaught, and they did, as you know. But yeah, that again, very clever story arc that the rulers that used to rule Earth want to reclaim Earth once again, since they hate the apes and they call them apes, humans really. And yeah, the Silurians are sort of like looking into their attack, really, like what weapons do you use, what food you eat. They're just massing some sort of plan they do by what humans actually do and what they eat, what they drink, and they're going to use that to their advantage to kill humanity, which I think is very clever. As well, the caves. Yeah, the caves were something very hard to do, really. And I think they did it well. They did make it like they were in sort of caves. Some like loose ends, like a stage bit wobbles a little bit, looks a little bit out of place, but they tried their best, and it's brilliant, I say. So yeah, they really did try their best. The special effects of the dinosaur is actually pretty good. Much better than the invasion of the dinosaurs for some reason, but yeah, the dinosaur looks good, scary, threatening, yeah, brilliant. And I do like it where some of the people go extremely insane when they see either a Silurian or the massive dinosaur. They just go insane and they start acting like cavemen a little bit, you know, back in their age, or their lowest development of humanity. And yeah, again, it's clever. Overall thoughts and opinions on Doctor Who and the Silurians. It's overall a fantastic story, and it's a shame that it gets overlooked, because there's so many stories I love so much which are overlooked. Doctor Who and the Salorians, Mind of Evil, especially I love that story. So yeah, Doctor Who and the Salorians gets a 10 out of 10. Not in my golden list, unfortunately, but still, it's absolutely fantastic, and I definitely hope you like the story just as much as I do, because I find it such a brilliant one. So yep, that was Doctor Who and the Salorians, the main part of the video. So now we're going on to the next one, Sea Devils. So here we have the Sea Devils. Now we have John Pertwee as the Doctor there, the brilliant Doctor again. We have the Sea Devil as well, with his weapon as well. Looks like a little light sort of thing. We have the Sea Devils rising from the sea. That's what they're called, Sea Devils. We have the Master, Roger Delgado, brilliant Master. This is the one where, after the Daemons, where he was sent to prison. PG, There's the side, a bit of purple and pink there, like a dusk, is it? Yeah, it's dusk, yeah. Then we come to the back. This story, again, is written by Malcolm Hulke, a writer, which he's good on his character development and his plot lines. So for the blurb, arrested after the events at Devil's End, the Master has been incarcerated at a top security prison on a remote island of the south coast of England. And I've actually, well, this has been recorded and I've actually been here. And yeah, it's completely deja vu. When the Doctor and Joe Grant pay a visit to their old enemy, they find himself reformed character. Can the spate of mysterious ships accidents and garbled reports of sea monsters in the local are really be a coincidence? The Doctor soon finds himself pitted against the Sea Devils, an ancient race of reptiles intent of eliminating mankind and reclaiming the Earth for themselves. So for the special features, the commentary, Halo Sayer, 8mm film, trails and continuities, isolated music, the making of Doctor Who, rating times better, production information, subtitles, coming soon trailer, and picture and sound quality. Produced by Barry Letts, directed by Michael Bryant, as a PG, 150 minutes approx. And I forgot to say with the Silurians, and not a lot of people like its soundtrack, which I don't mind either. Maybe it might get a little irritating, but nah. So there are the characters featured in the commentary. Special features as 6 parts. To my overall thoughts and opinions on the Sea Devils. The Sea Devils, again, is an absolute brilliant story, which I do really enjoy. I don't like the sequel as much as the original, the Salorians, but still it's an absolute great one. So I'm going to go for the plot line, what really happens at the start. The Doctor and Joe Grant do find out into the story that ships are mysteriously disappearing from a sector, and there's a nice little thing to the Bermuda Triangle where actually ships do disappear in very strange ways which people cannot understand. With the ships there, and sometimes the ships do appear but no sign of actual human life, just an empty ship on its own. And yeah, the Bermuda Triangle does bring secrets of a very mysterious place, which again, that's what it sparks to. And yeah, now the Doctor and Joe actually visit the Master, who has been captured and put into prison from the events of the Daemons. And again, he looks like a little bit of a changed man, but when they leave, he's actually just his devious, menacing self, just as again, which I do like. Now we go to the positives of the story. Again, Malcolm Hulke, I trust him on his characterization. All characters were really well done and really engaging, with brilliant acting and performances. Again, I give them a well done because they did really good. More positives of the story: the Sea Devils are a very good monster, and to the Silurians, they are much more, I would say a little bit more reasonable, because they don't attack straight away. One of the Salorians attacked in self-defense, while the Sea Devil was completely hostile, and did not trust humanity whatsoever. So they were much more aggressive and much more, say, hatred to humanity, pretty much, because, you know, their Earth was themselves. The Sea Devils are the cousins to the Salorians. That's why I do like the Sea Devils to return. Hope they don't ruin them by giving them human faces. That'd be absolutely stupid. But yeah, the Sea Devils work really well. I like them when they arise from the sea. Makes their name, the Sea Devils, effective. And yeah, a very good base and siege moments where the Sea Devils actually attack the prison is very good. And where humanity don't have no compassion to any sort of other life form dominant to them, and they don't care about blowing them out to smithereens. Yeah, overall, the Sea Devils is a very good story yet again. Not one of my favourite Pertwee stories of all time, but still a very good one. 8 out of 10 it will get. It's a very good story. And yeah, maybe it might be a little bit slow in some places, but still, it is good. The third story in this set. Not really going to do the Christmas, December cheer, isn't it now? Warriors of the Deep. Not only is it a Peter Davison story, not a good story overall. Anyway, let's do it. Now we have Peter Davison with his face. By there we have the Silurian spaceship, or the Salorian, the Sea Devils, and their spaceship again up there. Let's not talk about the Merker. God damn it. There's the side, and there's the back. Written by Johnny Bryan. Hope he doesn't write again. Actually, the story wasn't that bad, to be honest. I think it was ruined by any faults. Yeah, Johnny, yeah, he's a good writer, but other things ruined it. Earth, 2084. 2 global superpowers hover on the brink of war. When the TARDIS is forced to make an unplanned visit to Seabase 4, the Doctor, Tegan and Tulo find themselves accused for being enemy agents. They always usually do. Quickly embroiled in a deadly game for paranoid intrigue, it becomes clear that others on the base have sabotage and murder in mind. However, there is a greater threat to mankind, the Salorians and the Sea Devils, prehistoric reptiles seeking to reclaim the Earth. Can the Doctor prevent them implementing their final solution and triggering a war that could wipe out the entire human race? So we have the commentary with the characters, we have the depths. They came from the beneath the sea, science in action, trials and continuities, isolated music, radio times billing, photogary, production subtitles, coming soon trailer and tissue master picture and sound quality. Story originally broadcasted on 5th of January to the 13th of January 1984, produced by John Nathan Turner, directed by Pemberton Roberts. If you open up, we have the booklet and the disc. It's nice, we have a little variation of it. It looks like a shield, that does, and it's pretty cool. Characters featured in the commentary. Special features, 4-parter. To my overall thoughts and opinions on Warriors of the Deep. Warriors of the Deep is one of the best Doctor Who stories of all time. I was wrong. It is an absolutely fantastic loaf of garbage. No, I can't. This is a terrible story. Absolutely pathetically done, craply directed, and badly padded. Written it is probably the only thing where I can say it's acceptable. This is a loaf of garbage. Alright, let's try and get to the... I can't even explain the plot, but I haven't even watched it in a very long time. I really cannot remember it because I have not watched this story in a very long time. So we're just going to go to the positives which I can remember of. I would say Peter Davison and the main characters did do a good performance and made the story as fun as possible, I would say. As well, with the sea fort in the background, it was nicely structured, I would say. That's it. That's all the positives. Now I go to negatives, and I can take the crap out of the story. Anyway, let's get to negatives. It is extremely badly padded. It's terrible how bad it's padded. Start with the Merca, for example. A disgraceful and god-awful, terrible monster design ever. There's like a big green thing. I mean, it isn't really explained what it is or how it came from. The Merca, it's just a terrible monster. Not threatening. It moves so slow, I don't know how they can even run away from it. Because, I think it catches up to him, even though it walks like under a mile an hour. Terrible monsters. The battle scenes are pathetic, while the Sea Devils fight in slow motion trance for some reason, and it's terrible. Come on, let the Sea Devils run at you and rip you to pieces or something. Make them run around. They did it in Sea Devils, but they just walked on their little tippy toes going around really slowly. It was disgraceful. And the Salorians acted like chickens and cowards. They fighted in the Salorians, but they just hand back like little chickens, pretty much, and didn't do a single thing but use words as a weapon. Come on, this is disgraceful, this is. But how can it get even worse? New Who. Don't even like talking about the Salorians in New Who. Overall rating, 3 out of 10. Is that a garbage? Terrible, terrible story. It makes me hate the 80s of Peter Davison's era quite a lot, because 80s, it sort of went downhill for the classic era, to be honest. Writers got downer, direction was poorer for some reason, which I do not like. Padding was somehow badder because they didn't have enough money to do it. It's sort of awful, but like Seeds of Doom, for example, they had very low budget, but that still was successful and really well done. But this is just like, they don't give a crap, and they just give us a pile of garbage, and they pretty much did it. 3 out of 10 it gets. Sadly, we ended the DVD week on a depressing story. Sorry about that, but thank you very much for watching DVD week and the Beneath the Surface box set. If you have missed any of the DVDs, Horror Fan Rock, Pyramids of Mars, or Death to the Daleks, they will be in my upload playlist if you want to check them out. So thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.